Welcome, Virgo, to your February reading. We have the cards taking us through the month there, and the second deck giving us the overlay, and that gives us a bit more detail for each of the weeks. I'm also including the February card from your 2020 yearly reading, and for you, Virgo, that's the Magician. So your other cards, you have the seven of, they're called wands or rods, with the Queen of Rods, the Ten of Rods with the Lovers, the Queen of Cups with the Emperor, and finally the Star with the Nine of Rods. So let's begin here. This is the Magician card. This is the thread for the whole month, meaning that you're getting very close to showing the world who you truly are, what you're made of, Virgo, what you're absolutely made of. Now, usually it comes along when you've been in the background doing some change work or creating something, building something, producing something, and you're just about to reveal to, it could be one other person or the world or your family or whoever it is, what you've been doing. You've been behind the scenes here. Now, it can relate to business or your lifestyle. It can be absolutely anything, but you're just about to go, ta-da, this is me. This is the real me. Now, with the Magician, sometimes we can feel a bit hesitant, a bit like, oh, I don't know, I'm procrastinating, I'm not sure, I want to go for it, I want to jump into that river, but I'm just not sure, is it going to be okay, will I be okay? Now the Magician says, yes, you will absolutely be okay. You have everything in your power or at your disposal, or it will come along at the right time to make this happen, to make this a success, to really, for you to pull this out of the bag, Virgo. So that's the underlying message, which is lovely. Now, the Seven of Wands, this is an interesting one because this is suggesting that in your mindset at the beginning of the month, you may be thinking, oh, I don't know, am I that good? Will I be able to pull it off? Have I got what it takes? Will people find me out? All of those sorts of things where we don't feel that we're good enough. We don't believe that we compare to other people or they're better than us and all of that sort of stuff. However, if you look at the picture, this has got a person on a mound and they've got the wand or the rod, and other people have got their wands and rods and they're sort of, fighting with them really. However, can you see their position? What this energy is all about is saying, look, actually, you're in a better position than you think you are, than you believe you are. Some of this can be in your mind. You don't actually have to do any of that fighting at all because you are in a prime position. So that's something really important to remember. It's paired with the Queen of Rods or Wands. Ah, lovely card. Now, this person might be helping you. They could be supporting you, guiding you, could even be offering you something, inviting you somewhere. They will be very dynamic. They will be very uplifting, inspiring, motivating, really good leaders. They're usually out there. They've got a lovely magnetic, dynamic sort of energy about them. People are drawn to them. So it could be that, someone is helping you understand that you are in an okay position. You are in a better place than you think. They might even be offering you some advice and help and guidance and support through this. That might be a possibility. Just wondering whether that would be you. I mean, of course it can be you. These cards can be you, in which case I think for some of you, you're forgetting who you truly are. You just have a moment, a wobble, as we say, as Esther Hicks says, a wobble where you forget how incredible you are, how magnetic you are, how dynamic you are, how inspirational you are. You just forget for a moment. Okay, I mean, it happens, doesn't it? We're human. Now, moving on to the Ten of Wands. I don't think this energy lasts long because it goes on to a number 10, meaning that you are getting so close to ending something, Virgo. Putting all of these sticks down because they've been, towards the end, this becomes a burden. You can see how this person is bending over. It's a weight on your shoulders. You're like, oh my gosh, I am so done with this, or this person, or this situation, or this job, whatever it is. This says you are very, very close to the end. You are very close to putting that down and moving on to something new. So do not give up. It may come as a result of a choice or a decision that you make, and the Lovers can mean that, a very important, significant choice or a decision. You are being guided, you've got the angel here, you're being protected, you're being looked after. It may even come from you doing some inner work, coming back to yourself, because it can talk about a union, you coming back to your authentic self, your higher self, who you truly are, reconnecting back to that mission, that purpose, what you're here to achieve. And then you make the choice or a decision, and then you put the sticks down, and then you move on to something else. So that's a possibility. It can also be someone new coming into your life, in which case you will have a wonderful, deep, loving connection. We've got another queen here, the Queen of Cups. Oh, well, again, it could be someone helping you, advising you, guiding you, in which case they will be loving, nurturing, kind-hearted, really good listeners. When they speak, they're very connected to their heart and soul and their feelings and emotions. So it's very much from that place. They don't want to hurt anyone, don't want to upset anyone. So yeah, you might actually get an offer from this person. It's absolutely possible to get offers and opportunities come through from these people, and even the Emperor as well. But it may be you. This might be you. I talked about you coming back to yourself here. This might be you getting into that space again, because this is a very intuitive energy. You getting in touch with that authentic self, that higher self, that inner wisdom, and thinking, right, what do I do now? How can I let this go? How can I put these sticks down, say goodbye to them, and move on to this and make this really work for me? It's paired with the Emperor, and this is a message to say, you've got to own your power. You really got to own who you are, Virgo. Own your talents, own your gifts, because this is what the Emperor does, and they do it beautifully. They are an incredible leader in whatever field they're in their life. They do things that other people, take years to do or would never do. They're not afraid of what people think of them. They push the boundaries. They are so aligned with who they are. It's not that they sort of want to tread on anyone else. It's just that they are so determined and so clear with their alignment and who they are, their purpose, and they're not afraid, and they make no apologies for sharing that out in the world. They have a lot of courage, and a lot of people will see them as brave, but they just feel, I'm just doing what I was born to do, This is why I'm here, so why wouldn't I do it? And if it ruffles feathers, if people don't like me, doesn't matter. I need to be true to myself. I need to be true to that authentic self. So that's interesting. I'm just, as many of you know, I'm Virgo, so I'm picking up some additional messages here for me. Thank you. Right, the Star card. This is beautiful. Well, this is about inspiration and good luck and good fortune. It's a very successful card. It's also saying you're being held and protected and guided through this. You are not alone, Virgo, is what they've just dropped in. You are not alone. We in the stars, in the heavens, are with you as you tread this path. It's almost like trust and let go, go with the flow, go with the universe, and you've got to trust your inner self, because this is a very intuitive energy. Trust and believe in your higher self. Do not waver, says the Nine of Rods. Do not try and dilute something, Virgo. Do not try and sweep something under the carpet. You need to be out there in all your glory, raw, naked, not hiding. This is who I truly am. Yes, will it push your boundaries and comfort zones? Of course it will. Is it right? Looking at the energies, it's spot on, and it's something you're really deciding about, I think, in February. This is do not waver, do not dilute, do not be persuaded off your path, do not let someone influence you off of it. Stand firm and persevere. You are almost there. You are getting very, very, very close to putting this down and jumping into that. I feel with February there's some internal processing and some internal decisions to be made there. Two things just to leave you with, Virgo. It is time now to own this, to own who you are, not be afraid, not be scared, not apologize, get it out there into the world. You can, because you can have everything. Now is the time to build and create your heaven on earth. And you don't do that by playing small. You do not do that by hiding all your magnificent light and gifts and talents. You don't do that. You put it all out there into the world. Is it scary? Yes. Is it vital you do it? Yes, absolutely. Can you pull it off? You certainly can. Okay, I hope it's a really good month. Thank you so much for watching.